Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's pre-release coverage of Dark Souls 3. We're at the high wall of Lothric now. Take a brief second to look down on what's going on around us here. There's two different ways around. I can't remember if they're different, but they seem to be different. I'm trying to do my best to be like kind of exhaustive here on first playthrough, just to make sure that I'm actually picking up items that I may have missed, because I wouldn't say I'm rushing through the game at all. As I play through it myself in like my off-camera save. And by the way, we'll get blind pretty soon. Although I may take some time to practice like bosses off-camera and stuff like that. But for now, this is stuff that I've done, and there's pretty much no way around it. How the heck did you get up there? I don't think I came to this area when I played it a little bit off-camera last night. Visions of beating to a pulp. Hey, this guy's gonna beat it to a pulp knowing he just got killed by the freaking future Lord of Cinder or whatever the heck's gonna happen here. Let's try to kill this guy quickly. As with, well, at least in my limited experience so far, very Dark Souls 2 style combat, as you would probably expect. Overwhelm enemies when you get a chance. Fish for backstabs. There's a lot of that. A lot of circling around. I sound kind of like a disinterested in that, but really it's just that I'm trying to make sure I don't get beaten by one of these, you know, first enemies, which would be disappointing to me. This is a totally new area to me. I haven't been there, but let's just go forward over here first. Which, I mean, there could be like an optional boss down here. There could be an item. I don't know, because I definitely did not have to go to this area the first time. That enemy exploded into abyss poison, which scared the shit out of me for a second there. It's got some tricks up its sleeve, let's put it that way. Longbow and standard arrow. Okay, totally did not get those on my off-camera playthrough, so that's actually well worth coming over here for. That could be so useful to help us kite in the future. I don't know if it's actually going to be useful for us immediately here, because we might not, yeah, we don't have the dex requirements, but we only need 14. As of right now, we have like 12 or something, so we're basically probably like 2,000 souls away from being able to check that out. And I've also never been down to this area. There's a bunch of bloodstains over here. So I'm a little frightened. This guy's fighting something. Who knows what? Is this openable? Does not open from this side. So that seems like a shortcut that maybe, not a shortcut necessarily, but a new area we can get to. I hope it wasn't that guy that got the kill. There's got to be something a little bit more advanced than that happening over here. Maybe like an illusory wall or something. I'm not making fun of that dude's death. We're going to have our own silly deaths over the course of the series, I'm sure about it. You can kill these guys if you want to. I always feel bad, but at the same time, it is kind of like free souls as well. But I've always adhered to the principle, or at least, you know, since playing a lot of Dark Souls, I've adhered to the principle that really doesn't matter, you know, 500 souls here, 500 souls there, die and lose 20,000 souls, who really cares? It's mostly about your actual, like, mechanical skill playing more so than your level. Although leveling is important. I'm probably guilty of thinking that it's a little bit less important than it actually is. So we're just gonna... Hey, no, you're not summoning any enemies here, okay? I'm probably a little guilty of thinking that leveling is less important than it actually is what I'm trying to say. I think I'm also gonna do the cardinal sin here, and once there's no enemies around, because again, the game can't be paused, really, I'm gonna lower the volume somewhat, because I feel like I'm having to shout to get this done here. Okay, there is a bunch of dragons around as well. This scares me. Because there's some dragon moments in the other Dark Souls games. Usually not to be messed with. Okay. Hopefully mouse pointer's not on the screen, and we'll continue here. This dragon appears to be dead, which is good for me. Yes, okay. Took a lot of courage to take a swing there, but I'm glad that I did. Now I feel a little bit more confident. You might have said, hey, don't hit that defenseless enemy. I don't think that guy's defenseless at all. Yo, you think this is my first Souls game, man? I'm not succumbing to an ambush like that. Definitely should not have two-handed, though. Alright, we got angry dude in there. And one of my favorite mechanics of the Dark Souls series has made its return. Giving yourself the horrible friction burns on your hands to get down ladders as soon as possible. Lots of souls of deserted corpses and stuff like that so far. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. Stuff that we can use to level up quickly if we want to. As in the other Souls games, and Bloodborne, although I haven't finished Bloodborne, so I'm not going to be using that as a touchstone as much because I feel like a poser when I talk about, well, in Bloodborne, it's like this. I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, right? Oh, I remember this part. This fucking dragon comes up here and just torches the shit out of everything. So I'm going to S this, because if I don't S this, he's going to make me S this. I think I should be at full HP to deal with him. This guy is no problem. Like, I'm having to do some dodge rolls because of mistakes that I've made, but this dragon is really the principal threat here that scares me the most. Alright. He's dead. No real problem there. I did all that for a fucking broken straight sword. You gonna breathe fire? Yes. Alright. So with that in mind, I'm very skeptical to come up there. Let's see what he does next. He may breathe fire again in just a second. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. First off, goad him into breathing fire. There are some items up here, so I'm tempted, but also very scared. And now I know he can breathe fire down here as well because he killed these enemies, so I'm just running my ass off to hopefully not get hit. This doesn't seem safe. Maybe it's safe? It could be safe. Oh! The freaking Balder, man. As in Dark Souls 1, the Balders, I think, are kind of like the enemies that teach you how to actually fight because they have strategy. And they also have a kind of a new moveset. Like that overhand shield attack can kind of hit you if you're just circling around them, which is nice to actually add a little bit more variety. It definitely took me by surprise the first time it happened to me. I don't know if these are actually Balders, by the way. I'm just operating under the assumption that they are because they look like the Balders from Dark Souls 1. Oh, that's real bad for you, man. Alright. Dragon's mad. Lothric Knight armor. I did not get that when I was playing before. Look at the stats here. It's got a much larger weight, but better damage absorption, better resistances too. Yeah, I'll put that on. I'm not going to worry about equipment load too much. Also makes us look like a freaking baller. Yo, I am happy in life as long as this dragon is not able to attack us down here. I also didn't open this. Oh, because it doesn't open from this side. So that is a mystery for another day, I suppose. Sorry about this, dude. It's all about the souls. Don't give me any more broken straight swords. I'm not interested. Alright. Fairly well done. You know, only used one Estus there. 5 throwing knives. Knives, I guess I should say. We can use those for kiting some enemies in the future. Get some fire bombs back here. And the good news, if you like watching me succeed, is that we've made it to another bonfire. It's probably prudent at this point to go back and level up. You know, there's no real excuse not to. So let's do that. We'll go back to Firelink Shrine here. We could also reinforce our weapon if we had Titanite, but we don't have Titanite yet. We should get it soon. We'll level up Dex a little bit, not because I intend... I mean, it's the thing that I want to get across here. In Dark Souls, as the game got older, it became less about, like, beating the game and more about, hey, you're 2 seconds into the game, what weapon are you going to use for the rest of your life? You know, that was the community, I mean. And I don't even mean it as a bad thing. Let's talk to the Firekeeper here. I have no idea what we're going to spec our character as, so we're probably going to level pretty inefficiently, but if it lets us use the bow, that could be interesting at least. Again, this is not like the be-all, end-all playthrough here. So let's level up, and we'll put both of those levels into Dex if we can. We need 15 Dex, is that correct? Let's look at this. No, we only need 14 decks. So we've got that done then. And we do need to... Oh, we don't need to equip arrows because we already got them equipped. I forget how to do this. Ah, there we go. Don't shoot that guy, though. Sweet. We can use that for kiting in the future. I also saw that there was a fog wall. That wasn't just me, right? You guys saw that fog wall? Where was that? You know what? That's the tutorial area. So they're basically saying to us, you can't go back to the tutorial area. That makes a whole lot of sense. With 247 souls, I don't really care about trying to buy anything else we can't level up against. Let's travel to Tower on the Wall. And we will probably experience what I would call the game's first real boss. Not to, like, insult Yodex Gorwin or whatever his name was. But, the first boss that I think could actually screw us. We'll see, though. We got a Titanite shard, which is hilarious. Because 2 seconds ago, I was like, we could upgrade our weapon if we actually hadn't the freaking Titanite. So, just gonna ignore the Balder this time. We fought him once, so you know what? If you're gonna be a little bitch and say, hey, don't run away from him. Every time you go through this area, you gotta fight the Balder. No, that ain't true, man. That's some unnecessary machismo right there. Machismo? Machismo? I don't remember. To be honest with you, I don't really remember the proper route through this area either. But I believe that this area down here is optional, which means that we should check it out once, so that we can get whatever items are down here. That's a bad start. In my headcanon, these guys are like some dope-ass jailers or something like that. It seems like we're kind of in an underground prison or something like that. And until EMB or, you know, VadiVidya or something makes some Dark Souls 3 lore videos, I'm gonna just make up my own lore here. And my own headcanon right now is that we're in some kind of underground prison near the castle Lothric. Plenty of throwing knives here. We do have to equip those, so we should probably get on it. If we're ever going to use them. Mail breakers. This is another weapon that is from Dark Souls 1. Mail breaker. It's a dagger, slash and thrust. Much less damage, but a much, much faster attack style. Uses a lot less stamina than actually thrusting that sword, as you can see. But we're not gonna roll with that as our principal weapon. I tried using it a little bit last night. It's not really to my taste. I'm very much the guy in Dark Souls. I like to wield a large weapon and have it take 25 minutes to swing. So this door is locked. There's a person in there that I imagine could become useful to me somehow, but I have no idea how to actually get to them. So that's going to have to wait, again, for a later day. Maybe at some point I'll pick up a key or something. Probably in like 30 episodes. I'll pick up a key and be like, what's this key for? This also does not open, as you can see, unless I'm missing a lever or something. I'll be like, ooh, jail key? What's that? I haven't seen a jail. People will be like, Northernlion, episode 2 actually saw a jail. You should go back. You said, in fact, you predicted this exact situation would happen. Oh, right, my mistake. Alright, so this was an optional area. We'll just, you know, fuck all this shit up, just in case there's a key somewhere here. That's not normally the way Dark Souls functions. Usually, if there's anything back here, I'd expect it to be like a soul of something, but, you know, hey, I've been wrong in my life. As people enjoy reminding me so much. This cannot be opened either, right? It's locked. There's keys somewhere. Ooh, there's like a... Looks like there's a lever in there. Okay. But anyway, the way that we proceed is, to get to the first boss, at least, is up this way. And then out through this door. Now, I'm doing my best not to lion strat. But there are some situations coming up that I may lion strat a little bit because they scare the shit out of me. And you'll understand when we get there. This guy, I'm not used to him climbing up so quickly. Enemies kind of climb up from the walls, like in Undeadburg. Parts of Undeadburg, at least, in Dark Souls 1. Let's go to our equipment quickly here, because things are going to get buck wild in just a second. Do I have full HP? I have full HP. Okay. Kill these guys for some free souls. This is, again, a little spoilerific for the opening of the game. Huh, it's a message. That's a A+. That's some good shit right there. Good shit, that's some good shit right there. Check this out. This is a pretty important moment, I think, in Dark Souls 3. This guy becomes a fucking demon. I'm gonna use my fire bombs to toast him. We could probably kill him the old-fashioned way. And in fact, I would expect that to be much more cost-efficient. But he scares the shit out of me, so I figured we'd go for it. We got an Ember, which I basically think is humanity. Oh, and a Titanite shard as well. So, my suggestion to myself is explore this area as much as possible. Because I don't want to fight that guy every single time. Oh, there's a freaking Titanite lizard here? No! Not on your life! Raw gem. So I'm assuming we use that to get, to ascend our weapons to raw. Or to, like, plus 15 or whatever. I didn't really mess around with rawness in Dark Souls. I was more of a, Quelaag's Fury Sword kind of guy. Ah, yes, I remember you. This area is a little annoying, because we got one crossbow man, and then he's got another friend who's a crossbow man. And they, unfortunately, invite, like, lots of people to the party here. There we go. And you're like, oh, we did it! We did it, team. No, we didn't do it. Because then next to other crossbow man, he's got another friend. And it's just I didn't realize I was at a crossbowman birthday party here. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Gives us 3 more fire bombs here. Now I remember, oh, you know what? This is not actually where I want to go. I like to do the optional areas and then go to the main areas, because it gives you a sense of where you're going. And a sense of, like, actual completedness, I guess. I don't like the ones with the lanterns, because I think when they scream, it may alert other units or something like that. So I try to take care of them first, but I did take some silly damage there. Another Titanite shard. Titanite shard's coming fast and furious here, which is good. I'll probably just upgrade the longsword that we're using. Another Balder with a different sort of weapon here. Ooh, that was bad. Just run away! Run away! There we go. So you're looking for the backstab. And then maybe one extra hit. At least when your weapon's like this, if you're still using the default sword at this point. You go for the second backstab. And now that he's in lethal range, maybe you just charge up like a heavy attack. Chop him up. Very lucky he didn't block that, I think. You drop something? No. Hoping that he drops some like Balder equipment or something. So there's an enemy back here. Ever since, like, Pirates Cove area... Undead Hunter Charm. Ever since the Pirates Cove area... No Man's Cove, that's what it's called. Of Dark Souls 2, I'm so wary about just rolling into those barrels, covering myself in oil, and then getting screwed. Undead Hunter's Charm. Where is this? Prevents Estus recovery within a limited area. Okay, so you pop that, and then if you invade somebody, I guess they can't heal. Dick move, man. I respect that. Another Soul of a Deserted Corpse. Try to save those until we really, really need them. I have been down here, but I sort of don't remember what we find. Green blossoms. A little scared. It is not a mimic. That's good news. Astora Straight Sword. I totally missed this last time, and I went to this area, which is embarrassing. Astora Straight Sword. Well, we don't have the requirements yet. It requires 12 faith? A well-crafted sword named after the ruined land. Astora, before its fall, was a land replete with royal blood, and this weapon is both a reminder and an heirloom of that era. Interesting. Well, we probably will never hit the specs required to make that work, but I wonder if that's not pretty good. We should have done a plunging attack there. Whoa! Oh, Jesus! What gave me pause is that in this game, when you do a plunging attack, you still take fall damage. Let's heal up to max here. So I was wary to just do it and then be hurt, but I guess if we just fell, we took the damage anyway, so pretty big tactical misstep there. Okay, that was worth it. We got the big guy killed. We're gonna need the rest of the bonfire sooner rather than later. But this area, I remember coming here. I'm pretty sure that it's non-necessary. I do remember this chest, actually. Totally not a mimic. Silver Eagle Kite Shield. We have a Kite Shield, I think, right now? No, Night Shield. This gives you worse blocking in basically every respect, and it's heavier, but I think it gives you a larger attack bonus or something. But that's not really what I'm looking for in a shield. So I think that might be a situation where if you have a worse shield because of your starting character, maybe you roll with this shield. Then, ooh, you scare me. But because we have a pretty good shield from starting, at least in my estimation so far, I don't think that's worth it for us. Now the broadsword I have used a little bit. Try right. Yeah, no, we already went there, man. The broadsword we have used, or I have used a little bit. It's basically like a higher attack version of the longsword, so we will switch to that and probably upgrade it once we get back to Firelink Shrine. This is a bad idea. You gotta learn when to press in Dark Souls, and that was not the moment. This is the moment. Beautiful. I think we're coming close to a I think we're coming close to the bonfire, which is where I'm gonna call it for this episode probably, and then we'll fight the boss in the next one. Ooh, we got this. We got the cell key. Okay, I did not know that that was there, and an Estus shard, which we can use when we get back to Firelink Shrine to get one more use out of our Estus. Don't worry, I saw him. Oh, so we actually have something more to do than I'd originally anticipated. That's good stuff. We can fast travel pretty close to that cell, so we don't have to do that right now. I don't even remember where the next bonfire is. I do remember the next section is annoying. So, like this guy right here, I don't fuck around with this big man. You're gonna say, hey Northernlion, fuck around with this big man. To which I say no. He's too strong. Tried to roll off there, maybe save some HP, but didn't work. I don't mess with this guy. I'm not gonna mess with that guy either, because he's too close to that guy. He is aggroed, and we have selected the improper direction. This is a bad moment for us. Yep. That ladder is not gonna save us. Enemies can still hit us on a ladder. We have... Oh, I thought we got killed earlier there. We have been killed. And he has become... He's using the crack the sky attack. That's our first death. Which I guess is exciting. You know what? Before we end this episode, let's open the dude up in his cell. And then we'll go back to... I mean, we could upgrade our stuff, but... Since we're not going to do the boss in this episode, it's just too... the timing's not right. Let's meet whoever this is in this cell down here, assuming this is what this key right here is what opens it. There's a lot of cells down here, but have to imagine cell key probably opens that dude up. And this will be new to me. I actually did not find the key on my last one. Or on my off-camera playthrough, so might be a little bit of novelty here. I've never killed that big guy. I've killed the demon, the shitty demon that spawns in that area where I just threw fire bombs at it. But angry man with a lot of armor who does crack the sky, I've never actually defeated. I fought him a couple of times, never defeated him. I wonder why that guy's facing that wall and just attacking nonstop. You think it's possible that this cell key unlocks more than just this cell? Maybe it unlocks like the other door too?
Ah. You're no jailer, are you?
Told you they were jailers.
No, you're from far away. And judging by the bell, you must be some of that unkindled ash. Remarkable. If that's true, then I have a favor to ask. Below the high wall is a musty little town. Not the home of any lord, just a very old settlement of undead. An old woman, Loretta, lives there. Please, give her this ring. I'm not asking for charity. In fact, if you do this for me, I'll be sure to repay you in kind. I may be a petty thief, but I've more wits than most royalty. What do you say then?
Yes. Grant request.
Very well. I humbly place my faith in you. I am Greirat of the undead settlement, and I promise to assist you. Give this ring to old Loretta at the base of the high wall. Do your part, and I'll do mine.
Blue Tearstone Ring. It's like FP regen? We can equip it temporarily, I'm assuming. Oh, increases damage absorption when HP is low. That's pretty good. Well, it's certainly better than nothing, I guess is what I'd say about that. Let's just try these doors. That's not even a door, apparently. But that is mostly going to do it for this episode. On the next episode, we're going to surmount that area with a large man who is heavily armored. It's locked. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, it is a series in its infancy. I appreciate you clicking the like button if you enjoyed it. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more Dark Souls stuff, Dark Souls 3 stuff in particular here. We got plenty more where this came from. But for now, thanks for watching. I'm just going to go rest at the bonfire, and I will see you guys next time.